Yeah, well, as you can see, incredibly dramatic. This boat, just like so many others, incredibly overloaded. They've just made the short crossing from Turkey. It's about 3 miles, 3.5 miles, and they've landed here on the beach on the island of Lesbos, and they're now being helped off largely by volunteers. There are children here, there are elderly women as well, and one by one they're all trying not to trip as they clamber over the wet rocks here. Incredibly, we've been here less than an hour, and this is the third boat we've seen. They used to come in just under cover of darkness, but as you can see now, the demand is so great that right around the clock these boats keep coming. We've spoken to Afghans, we've spoken to Syrians, we've spoken to people from Bangladesh as well this morning. Boat after boat after boat, people smugglers really are doing a roaring trade as this island is overwhelmed. It's deluged by the number of refugees and migrants coming onto its shores.
Jonathan, we see one elderly gentleman there being carried off. What tales are these people telling of the life that they've had since they've left these countries, Iraq, Afghanistan and mainly Syria?
Yeah, this man here looks like he's got an injured leg. You can see that, in fact, it could even be broken. They're really struggling here to get him up onto dry land. Most of the people on these boats have spent about a week in Turkey, crossing through Turkey from places such as Syria, trying to get to the coast. They're then paying sometimes thousands of euros to people smugglers to make this small journey. You can see this man clearly quite elderly, in distress as well. We saw a lady from a previous boat who really was struggling and collapsed when she got off. A lot of these people are actually quite ill, certainly too ill to be making this journey, but I think it gives you a sense of the desperation of many of these people, that despite their age, despite this man having a walking stick, it's a journey they're prepared to risk. The relief is incredible, really, when you think that these people have travelled from war-torn parts of the world to get to Europe, and now they've finally made it. No wonder there are smiles and hugs. Most of the people here are volunteers. They're a mix of locals. They're a mix of people who've come here specifically to help. We've spoken to some young people who have seen the scenes on television and just wanted to come and do their bit. And what they are able to do is hand out water, hand out bananas, hand out clothing as well, dish it out to the people on the beaches here. But there's very little else that they can do other than point them in the right direction of the port. The situation here is intolerable. We spoke to an aid worker on Sky News yesterday who said this is a powder keg about to explode. And there are thousands of people coming. We know the island has around 20,000 refugees on it at the moment, but every day thousands more come. One man told me he saw yesterday a dozen boats arrive in an hour, and each boat carrying anything between 20 and 50 people. You can see this lady here just overcome with the emotion of it all. It's desperate to watch. I think probably a mixture of relief and I'm sure gratitude as well to the people here. This island is just completely unable to cope. It is utterly, utterly overwhelmed. You could blame the Greek government, perhaps. You could blame the international authorities. You could blame the wider European states. There isn't any food and water provided. There's no shelter provided. There's very little in the way of toilet facilities. There are no showers, certainly. And people are having to spend sometimes up to a fortnight on this island just trying to get off, just trying to get to Athens. The queues are frightening for getting registration documents. You need those documents in order to get on the ferries, but then the queues for the ferry tickets are impossibly long. So not enough is being done. It is fair to say not enough is being done.